Okay. Here we go. Here's my audience. We're one person short due to the fact that I erased my tape by accident and I only have 3 people this time. And it's late, so. Okay. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to speak to you today about the importance of a healthy diet. Diabetes or not, it's important that you understand that it's the thing you have to do. Try to visualize yourself as a 10-year-old brown-haired little girl thinking that she has a perfect, wonderful life, and all of a sudden her mother comes home from seeing the doctor and her mother says she's diabetic. Now try to feel the confusion and the fear in this 10-year-old's thought as far as what's going to happen to her family, what's going to happen to her, what's going to happen to her mom. Maybe she could die, or would she be without a mom, or what would happen? I would like to share with you that I learned. Now, the thing about this is that she didn't really know what diabetic meant. So, over the years, she found out over the years from living with her mother and being around other people that diabetes is not something that will kill you. Now, this little girl, this was back in the mid-70s when this happened to her, and the person was me. 25 years have gone by now, and my mother's still alive, doing well, doing better than she was then. So this I want to tell you about is some of the things you should know about diabetes and about eating a good diet. I've learned over the years that the definition, I looked this up, but the definition of Webster's New World Dictionary states, it is the disease caused by an insulin insufficiency and characterized by excess sugar in the blood and urine. In other words, it means your body's not producing enough hormone called insulin on its own. It needs a little help. If you have too much of this insulin, it could cause damage to your eyes, your extremities like your hands, your feet, feeling touch in them, poor blood circulation. It could shut down your kidneys, and you could, and it is based a lot on how you eat, what you eat. Now, insulin comes from the food that you eat and how much you consume of it. It goes through to your pancreas. The pancreas is what makes that hormone, the insulin, and it turns it into what some people call as blood sugar, and that's also what makes your energy level. Now, the way the Joslin Diabetes Center explains it is that there is too much insulin that can get to and it can't get to the cells, and that's where you get the buildup, and that's where you start having the damage. Excuse me. You might be asking yourself, could this happen to me? So, if you have some of the symptoms that they talk about, symptoms are you're thirsty all the time, you are frequently urinating, you're tired all the time, you have unexplained weight loss, and some people, they have no symptoms at all. It is recommended for people to have a family physician and try to at least go once a year just to check out, to make sure. They can do some simple blood work, and a urine test, and a lot of these tests can determine right there if you have a sugar problem. Most of the time what they'll recommend is that you should go visit your physician. If they tell you need to talk to someone about your lifestyles, which I've had on my board here of some of the things that you should change. You should do exercising. You should walk every day. They recommend half hour to an hour a day. Change your food and know what your characteristics are as far as what's carbohydrates, protein, and fat. You want to really limit the fat, and you want to stay with the protein. Don't eat too much red meat. As you can see, you want to have lots of vegetables, quite a few grains, and you can help control your blood sugar. I would speak with one of the dietitians at American Health Network, and she told me the most important thing is changing your eating habits. If you go from eating 3 big meals a day to having 6 small ones, makes your body work easier, and it can keep a more level blood sugar for you, so you don't have these highs and lows to where you feel like your body's crashing. And she said one of the most important things is to remember the portions of your food. If you eat smaller portions, that's just a good thing. And I've hoped from the small things that I've told you about this that I've enlightened you of some of the importance of starting to take better care of yourself at a younger age. That way it's not such a drastic change when you get older. And I hope that you found it interesting and that I've given you something to help you start changing your lifestyle so that you live longer and healthier life. I want to thank you for your time, and good evening.